Hello friends, welcome to this video. So today we are going to check and discuss some news which was published recently. The question is UPI killing the toffee business in India? Okay, so this was covered in certain news portals recently. So let us understand how is even UPI related to the toffee business. Okay, so let us check. So before we check and discuss the news, let us get some information about UPI. Quick information. So UPI basically stands for Unified Payments Interface. So it was developed by National Payments Corporation of India, and UPI was introduced in the year 2016. Okay. So it facilitates basically real-time payments, and these payments may be made from one person to another, or from one person to merchants. Okay, and the payment from person to person is actually done by transfer to the bank account of the other person. So UPI applications are there actually, and with the applications can be installed on mobile devices. So all major banks and fintech platforms like Paytm, PhonePe, okay, they offer UPI services. So in August 22, this platform registered 6.5 billion transactions that worth over 10.72 trillion. So you can imagine how big UPI transactions have become in India. In August alone, so it registered 6.5 billion transactions. Okay, so huge transactions, and the huge amount of money was transacted through the UPI platforms. So you can see these graphs. Okay, so since April 2021, this UPI plot is always increasing. Okay, it kept on increasing till August 2022, and there it stood at 10.72 trillion rupees. So, but now we got to see some interesting news recently in some media portals. Like UPI has revolutionized how Indians pay, but it has pulled the candy industry down. So, has it put the candy industry down? In another news, it says something like figment of imagination. UPI is not killing the toffee business in India. Okay, so let us check what this news is basically. So one Mr. Abhishek Patil, who is the founder of this company called GrowthX, so he posted something in his LinkedIn profile. Okay, this is from LinkedIn of Mr. Abhishek Patil. So what he has explained basically here, that back in early 2010s, almost all big players in toffee business like Mondelez, Mars, Nestle, so they reported staggering growth and future prospects. Okay, but in 2020s, what happened? Most of these brands have reported steep decline in sales of toffee. Okay, so Hershey's, there's one company. So one of the world's biggest chocolate and toffee maker said that India is one of the worst hit markets in the post-COVID era, and says that their expansion plans in India are uncertain. But why this happened? So actually what Mr. Patil did, he tried to make a very casual correlation between the declining toffee sales and UPI transactions. So what he said, before UPI, shopkeepers should shamelessly trade toffees for loose cash, a transaction that wasn't happening other way around. These small amounts over days did wound up to becoming large sums of money, as accepted by many buyers in studies. With UPI, all of this stopped. People paid the exact amount that was due with no scope for change, ultimately eating up the daily toffee sales. Okay, so let me explain this thing. Okay, suppose you went to a shop and suppose purchased something for rupees 96, or you purchased multiple things for rupees 96. Then suppose you paid the shop shopkeeper a 100 rupee note. Okay, so in many cases what would happen that this shopkeeper would not return you rupees 4. Okay, rupees 4 he would have to return you as coins, but instead of returning the rupees 4 to you as coins, he would give you suppose 4 toffees or candies. Okay, 1 rupee each, of 1 rupee each. 4 toffees or candies should be given to you by the shopkeeper. Okay, so and we would accept it. We would have no problem in accepting 4 toffees or candies in exchange of rupees 4. But things changed after UPI was introduced. Okay, so what happened with the introduction of UPI? So if your bill is rupees 96, you simply scan the UPI code, okay, UPI code with the shopkeeper, and you will exactly pay rupees 96 to the shopkeeper. Okay, so many of us maybe have stopped paying cash nowadays, and we just open some UPI application and transact the exact amount of money that we have to pay to a shopkeeper or to a business. So when you are paying the exactly same amount of money that you have bought items for, then there is no question of like chutta or small cash or toffees. So this way, what Mr. Patil wants to say is that this way this toffee business is going down in India. So in this case, when you are using UPI, basically the toffees are out of sight now. Okay, we don't, or the shopkeepers don't exchange toffee for money nowadays. So that is one reason why toffee business is down according to Mr. Patil. But there is another thing he pointed out, that pandemic added fuel to the fire. Okay, during the pandemic, I mean, we would like to do contactless payment. Okay, we would not pay cash to the shopkeepers, or maybe would like to just scan the barcode and pay the money to the shopkeeper by UPI methods. So in that case, that also added fuel to the fire, means this also prompted the declining sale of toffees. Okay, so these are certain things which Mr. Patil pointed out, citing the declining of toffee business in our country. But Mr. Deepak Shinoy, who made a Twitter post, and he is the founder and CEO of Capital Mind, he has a different story to tell. Okay, so here he has presented the sales report of Lotte India. This company produces toffees, candies, and other confectionery items in India. So basically, what he has showed is that the gross income of Lotte India has actually increased in 22-21 compared to 2021. Similarly, profit has also increased in the financial year 22 as compared to the financial year 2021. Okay. So why there? So of course he mentioned that if we see Lotte's report, we find that there was a decline in sales in the financial year 2021, and this declining sale of toffees was attributed due to the closure of schools in that year, in that financial year, because of the second wave of the COVID pandemic. Many schools were closed and children would not consume toffees. So that was one of the reasons he cited. Okay, and he also said that Mr. Patil's observations are like figment of imagination. So actually Mr. Patil, so what Mr. Shenoy wants to say that Mr. Patil made some very like casual correlation between UPI and toffee sales. Okay, but according to Mr. Shenoy, with this example of Lotte India which he has given, he has said that this is not exactly the case. In fact, Lotte India has shown quite good recovery or bumper sales during the financial year 2022. So actually, one of the main reasons why toffee sales were down was the closure of schools. And of course, UPIs are being widely used by citizens nowadays, but solely UPIs cannot be blamed for the declining toffee sales. Okay, so these are, I think this is quite an interesting news to discuss. So how can UPI, which is a payment method, it can affect the humble things like toffees, the business of toffees? So there are multiple factors why toffee business was down in the financial year 2021. That is mainly because of closure of schools, or many people would simply avoid contact payment, and people would adopt contactless payment. So that was it, friends, for today. I hope this video was informative to you. Please like this video, share it, and also subscribe to this channel, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you very much.